Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, afternoon, and evening to Miss Nisa. Today I'm going to make a video presentation about C-test. The content layout of this list is definition of a C-test, structure of a C-test, and purpose of a C-test. What is the definition of a C-test? A C-test is a closed-type test where the second half of every second word in a text is deleted, and the test taker must restore the missing parts based on linguistic and contextual clues. A C-test is a type of language proficiency test designed to measure a person's overall command of a language, especially reading comprehension and grammatical knowledge, through context-based gap filling. For example, language testing is important in education. Language blah blah blah, test blah blah blah, is imp blah 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 in educate blah blah blah. There are three key features for a C-test. First is more reliable and objective. Alternative to the traditional closed test. Second is test multiple language skills like vocabulary, grammar, syntax, and context understanding. Last is 1 point per correctly completed word. The structure and format of a C-test. The structure for a C-test is 4 to 6 short texts, each about 60 to 100 words. Each text has 20 to 25 gaps, deleted parts of words. Second half of every second word is deleted. Well, the format is one starting point, deletions begin from the second sentence, deletion method, delete the second half of every second word, minimum word length, only delete words with at least 2 letters, rounding rule, if a word has an odd number of letters, delete the larger half, and context support. The first sentence gives context, following sentences test language skills. Does C-test have a purpose? C-tests have many purposes. First is assess overall language proficiency. A C-test gives a reliable picture of how well someone knows a language. It measures how effectively a person can understand, reconstruct, and use language in real contexts. Second is evaluate integrative language skills. Unlike tests that check isolated grammar points, the C-test measures integrated competence, how different aspects of language work together. Third is placement and diagnostic tool, commonly used in schools, universities, and language centers to place students in the correct level of a language course and diagnose strengths and weaknesses in language knowledge. Fourth is efficient and objective testing. It provides a quick, objective, and easily scorable way to test larger groups. Because answers are short and clear, it avoids the subjectivity of SI or oral scoring. Last is research in language learning. Linguists and educators use C-tests to study language acquisition processes, the relationship between grammar and vocabulary knowledge. What about the advantages? Much with purpose, C-tests have many advantages as well. First is high reliability and validity. Because the deletions follow a systematic pattern, results are consistent and objective. Second is quick and easy to administer. Requires little time to complete, usually 20 to 30 minutes, suitable for large groups of students. Third is simple and objective scoring. Answers are either right or wrong, no subjective grading. Teachers can score results quickly and accurately. Fourth is efficient test format, compact yet powerful. A few short texts can test a wide range of language knowledge, saves time for both test takers and teachers. Fifth is context-based assessment. Learners must understand the context to fill in the blanks correctly and encourages real language understanding, not memorization. Last is useful for placement and progress testing. Helps educators place students in the right class level. Can be used repeatedly to track improvement over time. Next, we move to case study. Introduction. As a language instructor in the English department, the goal is to evaluate the overall language proficiency of 30 intermediate level students. To achieve this, the CTES method is used because it integrates the assessment of reading comprehension, grammar, and vocabulary in an efficient, reliable, and objective way. This is text one. It is a short story. It has 4 sentences and 33 blanks to fulfill. This is the key answer. Once upon a time, a taxi bike driver named Ovi from Bandung once lost at Ghost Market after driving his passenger to Parompong region in Bandung. The man has become a taxi bike driver for more than 4 years and has experienced this terrifying moment for the first time in his life. He was born in Jakarta, who had stepped his feet on city of Bandung in 2021. Unfortunately, his first experience on Bandung was colored by a horror experience. His story began at around the middle of 2021 when he offered a job from one of his family members. This is text 2. It is a powerful quote from a fictional American general. It has 7 sentences and 36 blanks to complete. This is the key answer. We are the most powerful military force in the history of man. Every fight is our fight because what happens over here matters over there. We don't get to sit one out. Learning to use the tools of modern warfare is the difference between the prospering of your people and utter destruction. We can give you freedom, but we can give you the know-how to acquire it. And that, my friends, is worth more than a whole army base of steel. This is a time for heroes, a time for legends. The scoring guide method for the previous taxes is exact word scoring, 1 point per correctly restored word, and no partial credit scoring. The first text scoring method is number of correct words divided by 33 total and multiple by 100. Same goes for the second text. Total of correct words divide by 36 and multiple by 100. As for the conclusion, C-tests are a strong tool for assessing language proficiency because they are quick, reliable, and integrative, meaning they measure a broad range of skills like vocabulary, syntax, or phonology, and spelling in a single test. And this is the end of the video. Thank you for listening. Sorry for any inconvenience. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.